It's just like the military.
Okay, it doesn't get bigger than this. I mean, like, if we're in Hollywood, this is like the Academy Award winners, the Oscar winners of Luke Air Force Base. We've got General Birkeland, who is here. We have Chief Commander, Command Chief Schaefer, whatever it is.
It sounds good.
But I want your call signs too, because that's something that's always fun to like talk about here at Luke Air Force Base. Call sign, General.
Okay, so my call sign is Ajax. Ajax.
You want to tell the story?
Yeah, it's a simple story. I mean, I'm named after the Greek mythological warrior of great stature.
Super simple, and I totally get it. Okay, call sign.
My story's not as good as that, but it's bull.
Bull. Where'd that come from?
Like bull in a china shop.
Are you guys changing your stories?
No, not at all. It's on TV, so that's as good as it's gonna get.
Okay, I haven't gotten a call sign yet, but since I have the two top dogs at Luke Air Force Base, can I get one? I put you both on the spot.
Yes, there's a process.
Come on.
We can talk to some people.
Put something together.
I think after the big announcement we make, if you come back for that, maybe we'll find a way to,
Well, let's talk about that big announcement, the banner event that you guys have here that just serves this community, that gets people onto this base is Luke Days. We have a major announcement. Are you guys ready, General?
I feel ready.
Okay, here we go. Luke Days, what's going on?
Okay, Luke Days, March 21st and March 22nd of 2026. It's our big air show. It's a huge air show, one of the biggest in the world, and we will be featuring, among other acts, the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds, our ambassadors in blue. If you don't know what the Thunderbirds are, who they are, what they represent, tomorrow, actually, on Netflix, they're releasing a documentary about the Thunderbirds, and people have probably seen the trailer. It's pretty sharp, just like everything the Thunderbirds do, and it features that team and what they do and what they represent in our broader Air Force, because that's the idea behind the Thunderbirds, is they pull people, whether they're pilots or maintainers or public affairs officers, and they're the cream of the crop across our Air Force, but they represent the team that puts together and delivers air power every day at places like Luke Air Force Base and all around the world.
Okay, so we made the announcement right there. Luke Days, March
21st and 22nd.
Okay, before we go on here, take a look at this promotion that we got for you. There you have it. Okay, we've got a jet that's being towed right now. What is this that we're seeing?
That's a French fighter, a Mirage F1. That is one of our adversary aircraft. So that is a civilian company that flies, and basically they're the scout team that we train against out in the airspace. Okay. So they replicate the bad guys.
We were talking just a minute ago about the F-35s that we have here. You have over 120 just F-35s. We actually will have more here soon at Luke Air Force Base. And you were telling me how significant that is.
Yeah, it's huge significance. We train about 75% of the world's F-35 pilots right here at Luke Air Force Base. Luke Air Force Base is the largest fighter wing in the world. Luke Air Force Base every day has an international impact. We train 5 squadrons right now. We're about to get a 6th squadron, or we have 5 international partners, about to get a 6th international partner. What we do here is amazing, and what we do, the teammates, what's going on in NATO, every day has impact here because our guys build those relationships, and the foundation starts at Luke.
When we talk about some of these pilots that come here to this community, that come here to the Valley, and they train here at Luke Air Force Base, what sets apart your pilots who are here?
What sets apart our pilots? Yeah. I mean, the standards here at Luke are extremely high, and some people will wonder how high they are if someone like me made it through, but I've been through Luke. As I was telling you earlier, Emma, originally back in 2000, I did my original F-16 basic training here before I went on to fly for 20 years in the F-16. And then when the Air Force decided to switch me over to F-35s, I came back through Luke to do that. So Luke is really the crossroads at which every fighter pilot's journey starts. Not every fighter pilot, but if you're an F-16 pilot or you're now an F-35 pilot, odds are you started that training here at Luke.
I'm not sure if people are aware who are watching how significant it is to have this here in our community. I mean, because yeah, we come out here for Luke Days, which is incredible. But to have, like, to be at the epicenter of some of the top planes, have some of the top pilots who just live here and train here, it's so special.
Oh, it's amazing, and I'll tell you, like, we love this community. You know, I think one of the defining characteristics of Luke is the community, and that's what's great about Luke Days is we get to open it up to the people that see these nice jets flying all over the place from really early to really late. We are sorry about that, by the way, but we got to train. We got to be able to deter aggressors out there. We got to be able to deter bad guys out there, and that's what we do. And Luke Days will open up, and the community gets to see how special our pilots are, how special these aircraft are, and what we do every day.
It's got to be pretty like full circle. I mean, to feel like you trained here at Luke Air Force Base and then to be back as the top guy, I mean, the general here, and looking over these pilots. How does that feel for you to be back here again?
It's honestly humbling for me to come back to where it all started, because I've spent my whole 27-year career out in what we call the combat air forces, not in the training side of things. So to come back and remember what it's like to, you know, the first time one of these young F-35 pilots flies the jet, they're all by themselves. There's no two-seaters. And so, you know, you're flying with this young lieutenant on their first F-35 flight, and it's really humbling. But they are extremely capable. I mean, that's the other humbling part for me is how good they are, how our nation sends us their best. Those moms and dads out there offer up their sons and daughters to serve their country, and we get to train them right here at Luke, and they are up to the task. They're ready to go.
The access that we have had this morning, I mean, we were out there on the runway this morning. We were inside hanging out with, like we mentioned, the top pilots in the world. Like, it still hasn't processed fully. What do you want people to know about what happens here at Luke? What do you want the community to know who otherwise wouldn't have this kind of access?
I think the Super Bowl or the end of it is the pilot, but I would like to say, like, when you're panning the aircraft around, look at all these airmen walking around right now. Look at all these people pouring into this mission so we can train the world's greatest fighter pilots. It's not just the pilots, it's also the 7,000 airmen that take part every day to make sure these planes can fly. The maintainers, the security forces, the firefighters, the RAPCON you just talked about, controlling the airspace to make sure we can fly 140 lines a day and we don't have to worry about anybody in the community because we're doing it safe and effectively. These airmen do amazing work every day and they go unnoticed. They live in the community. They live in Verrado, they live in Goodyear, they live in Surprise, and you never would know what they do every day. What they do is kick butt and make these fighter pilots amazing.
You wish every single American could come on a base and could feel what I'm feeling right now, because I've been here for stories or things like that, but when you're really like how you have immersed 12 News here at Luke Air Force Base, it's really special. What do you hope that your pilots, people that work here, what do you want them to carry with them after they leave Luke Air Force Base and they move on, or maybe they go and they go out and serve in combat? What do you want them to take away from Luke?
Obviously, we train them to be ready to go into the fight and into the high-end fight tonight. So that's, you know, primarily the goal. But from the standpoint of kind of your original question about, you know, do people know about Luke? I can't speak to your viewership and whether they know or not, but I can tell you in this local community, they know and they appreciate the sound of freedom. They understand what we're doing out here every day. I've been to a lot of bases over my career. I've never seen the level of community support that we enjoy here at Luke Air Force Base. And it's because there's great Americans that surround us here in the West Valley. And they are super supportive of our airmen, their families, and like Chief Schaefer alluded to, everybody that's involved in getting these jets airborne to deliver the sound of freedom every day and every night, they love it. And that's one of the reasons Luke is still here, is the support of the community. Obviously, the valley is growing. You know, the growth out here is...
in the West?
Yes. I mean, when I first came through my training here in 2000, there was nothing to the west of Luke Air Force Base. Nothing between here and the White Tanks, and now obviously you can look out there and it's all developed. You'll notice the type of development. It's a lot of warehouses, a lot of industrial areas, not residential. So we have a very deliberate plan in coordination with the community for that growth to be compatible with our operations. And everybody's on board with that. The economic impact of this base is is significant, you know, on the order of about $3.8 billion a year.
Unbelievable.
It's funny, you know, you say that like we have a fence line, and you could say like, oh, we're getting access and we're inside. But what's crazy about this place, and I think what carries on when you leave here, is the understanding what a team is. You know, our team isn't just inside the fence line. We can't do what we do without the teachers in the local community. We can't do what we do without the hospital. Like, the team of the West Valley is just amazing, and that's what sets Luke apart. It's the community mixed with the military and what we do for this mission. We can't do our mission without this community.
This is unbelievable, you guys. You guys are both, it's no wonder that you're the top dogs here at Luke Air Force Base, because I'm leaving so inspired. Luke Days, we just made that big announcement for next year. What's so special about it? Why can we not miss Luke Days?
Well, our general wouldn't be here if he didn't go to his first air show at Luke Air
No,
Force
is that
Base.
right?
So, well, he says that he came from Williams out here to see his first air show. But I would say, you know, there is going to be a young kid that comes to our air show, and he's going to be a fighter pilot one day. That's what makes Luke Day special. Like, airplanes are cool, aviation's even better, and just to have the community see that and grow some more airmen, that's why we do it. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a way to really kind of show the next generation of what they can be if they want to become a better version of themselves and join a team that's going to allow them to achieve things that they'd never be able to do as an individual. But more than that, it's us being able to give back to the community and give them a little bit of insight into what they're a part of here and what we're so appreciative of for them allowing us to be a part of this community, because everybody feels at home here. We move
You
around
really
a lot,
do.
but when we get stationed here at Luke Air Force Base, it doesn't take long to feel like you're at home.
I'm not leaving, Justin. We're sending back into you. I mean, I still can't believe that we just interviewed the top guys here at Luke Air Force Base. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, Emma, you have done a great job showing us around. And I have to say, Luke Days, if you have not been, if you're watching this and you're like, I want to see that in person, that's the time that you get on base and you get to see everything up close and personal. It is phenomenal on Luke Days. Also, Emma, call sign, DC, Diet Coke. That's what we came up with here in the studio.
Oh, I love that.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Yep, see if they can embroider that on your flight suit right there. All right, thanks, Emma, for that.